airplane stretches. You might be sitting in coach class, but your body's going to feel like you're in first class after you give these stretches a go. So John's going to start on his left leg. He interlaces his hands behind his knee. His leg is driving down towards the ground, resisting his arms and his hands while he brings it up into his body for a stretch on his left hamstring. He's going to do 2 more reps. Driving that leg down, using his arms to overpower the resistive force to bring his leg into his body. Last stretch. Now he's going to reverse the movement and bring his left knee into his chest while he uses his left hand to press his knee away from his body for a stretch in the hip flexors. He's going to do 1 more rep after this, bring his knee into his chest and use his left hand to press it away. Now he's going to switch sides. Interlacing his hands behind his right knee, his leg is driving down towards the ground while his arms lift his leg up into his body for a stretch in his right hamstring. 2 more reps. Bringing that leg up into the body while resisting for a stretch in the hamstring. Last rep. Now he's going to reverse the movement for a stretch in his hip flexors. Brings his knee into his torso and uses his right arm and hand to drive his knee away from his body. He's feeling the stretch on the front of his right thigh, his hip flexors. Last one. Great, now we're going to move into the lateral hamstring and the groin area, or the adductors. He can put his foot on his seat, or if that's uncomfortable, he can cross it over on top of his knee. He's going to put his hands on the outside of his left knee, interlaced. His knees driving away from his torso. He's sitting his left butt down on the seat while he uses his arms to bring his knee up into his torso for a stretch in the back outside of his left leg and into his glutes. Repeats the movement, resisting himself all the while and really driving that left glute down into the seat. Last one. Now he's going to reverse the movement and bring his knee into his torso while he uses his opposite hand, his right hand, to push his knee away for a stretch in his inner thigh. 1 more to go, bringing that knee in while he uses his right hand to push it away. Now he's going to switch sides. Again, his foot can go on the chair or he could cross it on top of his knee. He's going to interlace his hands on the outside of his knee. His knee is driving away from his body while he uses both arms to overcome the force and bring his knee into his chest. 2 more reps, bringing that knee in. Last one, really resist in the beginning, overcome that force. He's strengthening his arm muscles while he stretches his leg. Now he reverses the movement. His knee comes into his body and resists while his arm pushes away. Knee is resisting the movement while his hand and arm are opening him up in the front of his body. Last stretch. Now he's starting to feel pretty good in that airplane seat, a lot more space, his low back feels relaxed. Now we're going to go up into the upper arms. He's going to put his right arm at a right angle, use his left hand cupped around his elbow joint to bring his right arm to center while he resists the movement. So his right arm is going away from his core and he's using his left hand to rotate his arm across his body to center for a stretch in his right neck and shoulder. You'll feel the pressure right along the top of the shoulder and into the neck. Neck's getting a little bit longer on that side, shoulder relaxed, you can see it. Now he's going to switch sides. His left arm is pushing away from his body, resisting, while he uses his right hand cupped around his elbow to bring his left arm to center. That's 2 reps. Let's try 1 more. Really driving that arm away and bringing it to center for a stretch in his left neck and shoulder. They evened out. Now we're going to go to a stretch for a little bit lower in the shoulders. He's interlacing his hands together. His palms are pressing into one another. Continues to press his palms together while he brings his elbows to center. Relax, go back to the start position, press those palms together. Continue to do that while you bring your elbows to center. Last one, he presses those palms together, contracts his arm, brings his elbows to center, and then now you're going to count to 5, holding the tension. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Relaxation in the chair. He can look up at that short little airplane ceiling. Thanks for joining us. If you want to get more of these stretches, come on over to bendablebody.com and subscribe to our email list.